Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of the Ramble on Reactions. Sitting right over there is clever Eric Muller.
And sitting right next to me is handsome Dan Nye.
And I heard tell of you seeing a movie that involved Anne Hathaway and a kaiju.
Yes.
And Jason Sudeikis.
Yes.
I was really excited to see this. So you saw Colossal.
I did see Colossal. Colossal is pretty much, from what you can tell in the trailers, is Anne Hathaway is a complete and total train wreck. And then she leaves, or actually her boyfriend forces her out, Dan Stevens of Beauty and the Beast and other things.
Okay.
And she goes home, and then she discovers, slowly but surely, that she somehow controls a kaiju monster in Seoul, South Korea.
So if you were to put this on the Anne Hathaway pantheon of movies, would she be as far removed as Les Mis, or is she like not quite that much of a train wreck?
She's like not all the way to Les Mis. I'd probably put her with Anne Getting Married.
Okay.
In terms of her train wreckness and her performance. And here's the thing, she's not even the best actor in this movie. Ooh. Jason Sudeikis is the best actor in this movie. He gives a great monologue. Because here's the thing, I want to talk about this movie, but the problem is I'm going to have to get a little spoilery. I'm not going to go full spoilers, because this movie, you think it's a fun comedy. It's like, oh, look, she controls a kaiju. It dances funny. No, this movie is actually a dark comedy that's really about addiction and what happens when you let something control you.
That is the one thing I did hear about this, where it's not so much like dark comedy. I'll give you the only thing I had heard about this, other than what you explained a little bit briefly with the plot, was that there's a big dramatic twist, like in the second act.
Oh yeah.
So that's again not that spoilery, because stuff like that always happens in film. Is there anything you said Jason Sudeikis really surprised you?
Yeah, it really surprised me. He gives like this really great monologue towards the end of the film, and just because he brings you in with this charm, and then he's able to use that same charm and spin it on you when you're like, there's something wrong with this guy.
Oh, that's interesting. Was there any other big highlights? Like how you said it was a dark comedy where they're like laugh out loud, gut busting.
Oh yeah, no, there's some really funny moments, and especially when she's starting to put the pieces together about how she's like, how am I controlling this monster and stuff like that. And then you had the great shot and here in America, then you go to Seoul, South Korea, and you see all that, and then there's some funny interactions with that.
Okay, so like world building, writing, directing,
stuff like that. Yeah, because I'm not sure if this is this guy's first time directing, but I've never heard of him. He did a really good job with this script.
Okay, good. And
writing and directed.
He wrote and directed it.
Yep.
I can't pull his name off the top of my head. I do apologize. We'll try to put it somewhere else. Yeah. So, was there anything you didn't really like about this movie?
The only thing, there's some pacing issues, and then they also do like a job, like they give you some great characters, and then they just disappear off screen and you don't hear from them again, which is always a little sad, because
you want that payoff.
Right? You're like, I want him to come back and do something. Okay, he's gone.
All right, bye.
He's hauling oats.
I'm sure they're always in our hearts, though. Come on, let's be honest.
Always.
Always. So, anything else about the film?
No, that's, like I said, I would really love to talk about this, but I can't because I would spoil it, and this man hasn't seen it yet, and I'm not going to be that guy.
So, that all being said, it's going to be a shorter review, but what do you think about it? Grade it.
B+. It's worth seeing. If you can see it in the theaters, do it now, especially at the Gateway Film Center. If you can't do that, wait for it to come out, but I really recommend seeing this movie.
I was waiting for your tag. Any sort of tag to do.
Okay, Gateway Film Center, where you can travel the worlds of your imagination.
So, that's it for this review. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think. Have a conversation with him. Try to be kind of spoilery, not spoilery. Do the thing where you put a lot of periods and you can't really see what the comment is until you scroll all the way down. You could always do that. I'm really sure.
Here's my opinion.
Okay, here it is. Blah, 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 blah. So, that's clever Eric Muller sitting right there.
That's handsome Dan Nye right over there.
And thanks for tuning in. As always, ramble on.
Anchors away. Ahoy, ahoy.